All right, indeed.
Yeah. Ready to roll.
The smiles are a little bigger after a win all the time, I'm glad we're smiling about so many different things this week because it was such a strange end to last week in the hours leading up to the game, and I think maybe to right off the start, maybe let Cougar Nation know how our friend Jay Hill is doing after a difficult time last week, but we think best case scenario after all is said and done.
Well, I mean, honestly, Jay wishes we would stop talking about him.
After tonight, we will, we promise.
No, but I mean, but I reminded him that a lot of people care about him, a lot of people love him, and so I think he was just talking about how awesome the support that he's received from all the fans and everybody. So thank you for guys keeping him in your prayers. And he's back, but he's gonna have to be probably. I think he liked the press box a little bit, so he's probably gonna be up in the box for a little bit. And but yeah, he's in meetings. We just have to be really careful with. And then, Sarah, his wife, is helping us just kind of make sure that he's not doing too much because we have to save him from himself sometimes because he just wants to work. But yeah, we're excited that he's back with us. The players, we're really excited that he was at the game, and I'm fired up to have my friend back with me. So here we go.
Yeah, so he's back on the job and hopefully back to good health as soon as possible, and we're just all really pleased about it.
Yeah, it just puts a lot of things in perspective, I mean, I look at him and the things that he's been in pretty good shape, and he runs 3 miles a day and things like that, and I eat like 3 donuts a day, so so it's like so I mean you just never know, and I think it's a good reminder. Everyone's talking about getting checkups and stuff like that, so yeah, I'll do it after the year or whatever, maybe during the bye week, but it's just you're so caught up in the football part of it, and sometimes you just have to take care of yourself too. And I'm just glad that it all worked out okay, and that modern day technology is amazing.
Did anybody say happy anniversary to you today, by chance?
No. Why would it be?
8 years ago today was your first game as BYU head football coach.
Well, let's go.
September 3rd.
That's awesome. Yeah.
September 3rd, 2016, 8 years ago today, there you are, in Glendale, Arizona. Took on the Wildcats. A lot of BYU fans in the stands. Wild game with a dramatic finish. This was game number 1 for you.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, that was the me without any gray hair yet. So, I mean, this gave me a couple gray hairs right there. But yeah, what a great opportunity. I mean, opportunity for me to just be there and to see the team, with that first game. But the fans were amazing there in that stadium. It's been such a cool journey for me. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I remember we were in that building, and you're kind of in Arizona's backyard. You were in their state, but it felt like the BYU fans kind of ran the building that night in the state of Arizona. You got your first, you knew about Cougar Nation, but as the head coach, you got to experience what it's like to be supported by fans away from home. Yeah,
and it's really hard not to get emotional when you walk out of the tunnel and onto the field, and you just feel the energy from the fans. It's a lot of fun, man, and so there's nothing like it. And I loved being a player and having Cougar Nation embrace me and the team. And that was one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life in terms of having people just believe in you and support and cheer you on. And I think the next best thing to playing is coaching. I mean, I'd love to play still, but I might have one play in me. That's about it. But but coaching definitely gets you in there. And I just love being part of these young men's lives.
Would that one play be like first and goal from the one, or what are we talking about here?
The one play?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. I might be a kickoff that goes at the back of the end zone.
Okay.
Where I don't have to run into anybody.
I was hoping for a goal line plunge from you.
Yeah, I don't even think I got that in me anymore.
That flashes us forward, speaking of fan support, to this past Saturday. FCS team, and the new capacity was 62,073, I think. Yet we somehow got more than 63,000, almost 64 into the building on Saturday night. What an electric atmosphere for a season opener. It was tremendous.
It was awesome, and just loved. Like I said before, our fan base is big time. They've been a power conference fan base from the very beginning, and I love being part of that fan base myself, my whole life. So. They can count on a fan that's now the head coach And maybe sometimes I make some calls as a fan, but I think they can all understand that I know what they want, I know their frustrations, and I know their desires, and so I definitely want to make sure our players appreciate our fan base, and I think they do. And when you see our players embrace it, and just the overall experience, the fans there at the game they're awesome. We're looking forward now going on the road and seeing the fans on the road, because it's great to see the fan base all over the place.
When you're at LaVell Edwards Stadium, you're there to win a game, to coach, to get on the call sheet, to be on the headset, to be fully focused. But do you ever allow yourself to just realize what the fan experience is like these days, what the people in athletics have done to make game night such an amazing experience now? It's a show, it's a feeling, it's a vibe, it's really amazing. Yeah,
and the new players on our team, they were enjoying the whole atmosphere and the entire. It's a production, because when you look at the people that put so much energy that go into from the band to the Cougarettes to the cheer team there's just so much involved, so many people involved, and I always love the fire knife dancers, so they're my favorite. It's cool when I take a peek over on the other side and see Southern Illinois, and their fans their players and fans were enjoying the whole night too. So it was a lot of fun, and like I said, we still have the tradition of giving ice cream out to the opposing team's fans and family, and so one day the head coach will get an ice cream. I don't know if that will go well, but I think I can multitask and be able to eat ice cream and call plays at the same time.
We hope to find out at some point. For the 5th consecutive season and the 8th time in Kalani's 9 seasons now as head coach, BYU won its lid lifter. 41-13 was the final as BYU improved its all-time record against FCS foes to 19-0. Let's check out the highlights from Saturday, presented by Waystar, the Cougars and the Salukis, cats and dogs at LaVell Edwards Stadium. All right, tone-setting defensive series, a 3-and-out for your defense to get the game underway.
Yeah, that was really good, and just get the ball back to the offense, and offense was able to keep that. That was a long drive, and
a couple 4th downs.
Yeah, I don't mind going for it on 4th down. Just don't make me do that decision all the time, But if it comes down to it, you probably know where I'm leaning anyways.
First touchdown of the season was Hinckley Ropati. Get the ball back, and then Jake goes about 60-plus yards in the air to JoJo here for number 2.
Great ball and great protection, and just so happy for JoJo. You see on social media the response from his mother and his family. They've been through a lot, so I'm excited that he was able to make that play.
And that was a weird play. That probably shouldn't have been a catch, but it stood. They didn't. You couldn't get your timeout, and they ended up scoring to make it 14-6 after a missed PAT. This is a big field goal right before half. Gives you some momentum back at 17-6.
Yeah, we have a lot of trust in Will, and he missed one earlier, so it was good to get him back on the. He's usually automatic.
It was a 50-yarder. And early in quarter number 3, another deep ball from Jake, this time to Keelan Marion. He had white shirts around him, he had a striped shirt around him, and he found the football.
I don't know if you want to throw 1 versus 3, but if we make the play, then that's fine. But that's sometimes Jake makes those decisions, and that one worked out.
LJ had a 4th down run to set up his touchdown reception. Then Matava Tase with his first touchdown as a Cougar.
Yeah, so happy for him, and he's done a great job for us. And sometimes those tight ends do all the hard work and blocking, and it's good to see them get rewarded with a touchdown.
SIU's last score of the night came courtesy of a nice scamper from DJ Williams. Good player.
Really good player, and athletic and long, and super fast. So that was difficult, but we've got to handle the QB run game.
LJ gets his 2nd touchdown of the night, 7th of his BYU career. Jacob Robinson with his first pick of 2024, career pick number 9 for number 0.
Yep, he was here last week. We said everyone challenged him to have, how many was it, 5?
Just 5.
Yeah. So we'll see if he can get that. That's 1 down. 1 down,
4 to go. And then the final points come courtesy of Will Farron. Gary Bohannon takes the knee, and BYU ends up with a 41-13 win. The Cougs go to 1-0 on the year. Here are some final stats from the win presented by Smarty, BYU over the Salukis of SIU. They were a playoff team in the FCS last year, picked 11th by the coaches this year. This will be a good football team at their division.
Yeah, and they lost an overtime game, the overtime in the playoffs to Idaho, who gave Oregon a run for their money last week too. So we knew going into this game that they're a dangerous team. We wanted to give it all our attention and make sure that we just don't assume that they're going to come here and just be happy to be here. So I felt like they gave us their best shot. We gave them. We'd still have some more things to to fix, but I felt like we actually had the right mindset and the right approach to the game.
Let's spotlight a couple of things from the game. Last week at this time, it wasn't yet publicly known who your starting quarterback was going to be. Of course, Jake Retzloff won the job and showed why he's your starting quarterback right now. He had the experience of last year, got better in the offseason, and had a great opener.
Yeah, and I think that was really helpful for him to be that he's been in our system. He's been with our vocabulary, and so you could tell that he's a lot more comfortable with what he's doing compared to when he first started last year. And so all that time in the system, I think, has been really helpful for him. And he made some good decisions. The best thing is that he took care of the football. I think there was one throw that I was a little nervous about. I think it's to Kibo on the sideline.
Broken up.
Yeah, and for the most part, we took care of the football as an offense. But I was really pleased with Jake. If you ask him, you will, because he'll be here tonight. But he knows that there's a lot of plays that he can still make. But I like his decision making and that he takes care of the football. And as an offense, though, we had 2 footballs on the ground. That can't happen, you know. So it would be a different football game if we turn the ball over. So that's what we can definitely take care of a little bit more.
For Jake, though, career highs in passing yards, completion percentage, touchdown passes, and pass efficiency rating. Great opener. All right, the O-line. Looking a little different with Caleb Etienne moving from right side to left side. Connor Pay's back, manning the middle. Just 2 sacks allowed on the night, 179 rush yards for the team. A-Rod said that Caleb played probably his best game at BYU. What do you think of the O-line in game 1?
I thought they did a great job, and you could tell that Coach Woods has done a great job getting these guys ready. You know, it's tough sledding a little bit when you run the ball, but you have to be committed to it. Southern Illinois, that's their specialty, stopping the run and then creating havoc at the line of scrimmage. So I thought to get that many yards in the run game was really good for us. And even though their expertise and they load in the box to take away the run, sometimes you just have to put your dominance on the field and say we're still going to come after you this way. So I think that was good for us, and it was good motivation for our players to give them a lot of confidence going into this week.
Another offensive note: more BYU fans getting to know JoJo Phillips is a heck of a player.
Yeah, I mean, and he's, choosing to redshirt him was smart last year, and it was hard because he's such a great athlete, but he's put in his time, and you can see some of the things that he can do as an athlete. I mean, the thing that I liked about him is that he had a good day blocking too. So in order for receivers to play here, they have to be able to block for us and help spring some big runs. But it doesn't hurt that you can do this kind of stuff too.
Just run down the field past somebody.
Yeah, and he's a great athlete. I mean, he was a highly recruited receiver, and I'm glad that he trusts Fessy in getting him ready for the season and even going through his true freshman year last year. And then I think he's ready to make a lot more plays for us.
To the other side of the ball, and even though he was very elusive and really challenges you in the run game, DJ Williams, that is, BYU did sack him twice. 7 TFLs on the night, along with 3 hurries. And a lot of defensive ends got time in this game, having a run at DJ Williams. 7 defensive ends played. How do you feel that, in terms of pressure and maybe disruptive plays, the defense performed?
Yeah, I just like the overall knockback at the line of scrimmage. You're seeing a lot of the royal blue in the backfield, which is good, and I like having that aggressive style of defense. And so that was something that we wanted to establish. It's taken a while, but these are a lot of the guys who have been in the system for a while, and then the new players have been that's what we recruited to this system. And so when you see some of these freshmen that are playing, there's a reason why Jay and the staff decided to go with young guys at different places. And I think we're going to have to use more than just 11 guys to play. It's going to be good rotation and a good group of young men that I think can highlight their strengths and get us some big plays.
All right, that's Kalani's look back.